Here we're going to look at percent applications, focus in on the percent of change problems. So remember those same rules apply, reading the problem carefully, look for keywords, and then make sure that you are answering the question. So you may want to read the problem again and then make sure you're answering the question that was being asked. So when we're looking at percent change, it is the amount of increase or decrease from an original amount. So increase would be things like marking up a price, tax, tip. Decrease would be a depreciation, so like a discount, a stock loss, a property value, or etc. To calculate the difference between the starting and the ending points of the value, that's going to be your difference. And then you're going to use the percent proportion to determine any missing value. So it's going to be difference over your original equals percent of change over 100. Or it could, again, you could flip this around and do percent over 100 equals the difference over the original. So the difference is always found by subtracting the original and the new amounts. And if you're subtracting the original from the new and you get a negative value, that's going to show you a percent decrease, and a positive value will indicate a percent increase. Let's look at some examples here. So I have Brian's last two exams in pre-cal were 71 on the first and an 86 on the second. What is the percent increase from his first exam to his second? So you want to figure out this percentage over 100, and we're going to do the new minus the original over the original. When we do this 86 minus 71, we're getting a positive value. So that is showing me that I have an increase. So I have P over 100 equals 15 over 71. And now we're just cross multiplying and solving like we've been doing. So I have 71P equals 1500. So P equals 21%. A manufacturing company with 650 employees begins a new product line and must increase their number of employees by 15%. How many total employees does the company have now? We know that they need to increase by 15%, so 15 over 100 equals, we know the total number of employees that they have to begin with, which is our original, so 650, but we do not know this change amount. Okay, we're going to go ahead and solve. So 100x equals 15 times 650 gives me 9750. Divide by 100, and we get that x is 97.5. We can't have partial of a person, so we're going to go ahead and round it up, because if you round down to 97, that's not going to be a true 15% increase. So we are going to round up because we're talking about people, and you want to make sure that you are getting that 15% increase. And our last example here, we have the San Marquis Resort charges $320 a night during the summer, but $105 a night during the fall. What is the percent decrease? So we're going to be looking for a percent over 100 equals, and we need to figure out this amount. So remember, it's going to be your 105 minus 320 over 320. And when you solve, I'm going to do P over 100 equals, and it's 105 minus 320 gives me 215, and that's a negative value. So we know it's a decrease. The problem also says what is the percent decrease in this case, so that is also helpful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. So I have 320p equals, and you're going to have a negative answer right here. So we're getting negative 21,500. I'm going to divide that by 320. So I'm getting P equals negative 67.1875. I'm not going to leave this negative. This negative is just telling me that it is a percent decrease. So we're just going to go ahead and say that their price decreases 67.2% from the summer to the fall. There are some practice problems in your workbook on pages 35 to 38. And then again, you have that quick check that has mixture of percent applications and percent change.